Happy Thursday. Okay, Kenny.
Yo, it's Thursday already.
Hey, man. Oh, man. It's Thursday
This
already, man. The days
this
are
week.
flying by,
Oh man.
and we're back again, man. Yas Daily Show. I got to tell you, man, I am having a blast with these daily recordings and posts that we're doing right now. How
Yes,
about
sir.
yourself?
All day long.
Yes, sir. Hey, and shout out to everyone who's been checking us out, liking, commenting. Hey, at least it's feedback. You know what I mean? At least we know
We
that we're
like
doing
feedback.
something, and someone is enjoying it somewhere.
Yeah.
So, hey, blood on the streets, man. I feel like I'm going to be saying this a lot. The
For the
stock
next few
market is,
months.
dude. This what is happening to the stock market, man?
Yo, Bitcoin is
Right?
49K.
Oh, that is falling. So crypto has joined it as well. Let's jump right into it, dude, because it's chaos right now, man, and I cannot make sense of any of these things, man. Look at this. Crypto market update, man. Okay, can you go for this one?
I am look like some of the analysis that we made is kind of actually coming to reality.
It is
But the Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance, those guys are quite interesting right now.
interesting. Bitcoin is still falling,
Yeah.
right?
It's like almost every day is losing a point or two. It's
Hey,
down about zero point 0.6 today.
but this is the thing.
Uh,
This is what is interesting about the way it's falling today, man. Elon Musk has his hand in it.
yeah, that's another conversation we'll have in a little
Hey,
bit.
we're going to talk about it in a bit, man.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
But
yep.
look at that. Bitcoin currently at 49K. Not really where I was expecting to be, but we're there. There is a reason, but we don't know if it makes sense. Look at Ethereum, man. That's pulling back. I can't wait to get to Scribble analysis because I think uh, my Scribble
He said,
analysis is coming to life here. It's coming true.
yeah.
Cardano currently bullish on that one, right? That's I'm
Oh,
going to talk
yeah.
about that again in a little bit. Dogecoin has been hanging out, but I think that's going to be we hope is going to be moving back in the right direction. We can't know for sure, right? Well, let's jump into the
Hey,
news
hey,
here.
hey, 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 before you go,
Okay, okay.
the
Go
new
ahead,
guy in
man.
town is holding.
Who's
Hold
holding?
down. The new guy in town, the
Oh,
ICB.
snap, dude. That's
Like,
holding.
no,
I
I'm
like
in
that.
town. It was gone from number 9, from number
Dude, man.
10 to number 9 to number 8.
We called it. We called it yesterday, man. I'm telling you, ICP is about to be a blast, man. We're in there.
I'm
Okay, and
still
it's a
holding to
bro.
buy.
Oh, oh, you haven't. Oh, yeah, you haven't started buying it, but you're
I
gonna
haven't
buy
got it
by
yet.
tomorrow. You'll be in tomorrow, though, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh yeah, so we'll be in there. We're in there. We're in there. You know, the price. You know, hopefully the price does not skip, jump, and hop.
Nah, it doesn't
You
move
know what I
that
mean?
fast. It's gonna go
Yeah,
sideways for a little bit.
exactly. So I started building a position there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is no financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Please do your own research and engage your markets accordingly. But
Yes, sir.
what we're talking about here, man, if you can interpret it and see the results of what we say, and then we know what's going
Do
on.
as you wish.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I love it, man. All right, shall we jump into the news?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's get after it, man. What do you have here?
Well, hey, we just said we're gonna talk about this.
Hey,
I think it's playing the Game of Thrones.
you think
You
so?
know, yeah, it's playing the resurrection of Atugo Bay kind of drama going on here, man.
Oh man, I'll be honest with you. I've been confused about this one, man, and we spoke about it a little bit earlier.
Yes, sir.
You gave me your perspective on it.
Yes.
As we speculate, it makes sense, right? The big guys mess with Elon on the S&P. Now Elon has an opportunity to mess with the big guys. The
So you have to
unfortunate thing
understand.
is,
You have to understand that the S&P is the
okay,
big guys. Is their space. They
right,
control that space. They
right,
manipulate it like crazy.
of
They
course,
have the entire CNBC and
man.
NBC,
And they've been shorting Tesla
Bloomberg.
like it's no one's business too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that guy is a really smart guy. You have to know that he knows how to play the political game.
Hey,
Now that you are in my realm, let me show you a piece of what I can do as well. You think you're buying Bitcoin in the 50K numbers? Because I think that's when majority of them started adopting it.
right,
Show them what it could do in its own space. He said he's the king of
right.
crypto. Godfather, right?
Hey, he's the Doge
So give him
father,
a
but
little
look,
piece.
man, he called himself the Doge Father, but I'm retracting that. I'm taking that title from him because you disappointed us, sir. Okay.
No, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Have you ever played chess before?
Okay,
You have to
Kenny.
make a few sacrifices to
Listen,
move
the guy is
forward.
playing his game, and I'm suffering, man. I don't have money like him yet. I don't have time for this madness. I'm trying to move up.
They say
You know what
when
I'm
the
saying?
elephants fight, the grass suffer.
Hey,
What you gotta do is eventually become an elephant, bro.
dropping them seeds of knowledge, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Hey,
The
but look,
elephants are
man.
fighting right now. Take cover. Buy
Here's the
some.
thing. Bitcoin, right? For those, just to break down what we're talking about here, Bitcoin is supposed to be one of the use cases of Bitcoin is to fight against inflation, right? The institutional guys have known that inflation was coming, right? And obviously, they've all been moving their money into Bitcoin as a hedge, as they like to call it. And now is the time that hedge is supposed to work. And Elon crashed the party heavily.
Guess
I
what?
mean,
One of the charts that we showed earlier in the week
right.
showed that any time that we had maybe some major disaster, right?
Right.
And the market was increasing or was recovering from that disaster, that was going to be inflation. And that's when people start playing around with it. When do you buy gold? When do you buy? But then there's this whole issue about it, the impact of the dollar. Like, what's going to happen to the dollar eventually, right?
Of course.
Dollar losing its value. So now folks are like, buy gold, it's physical. But gold is literally sand. We create value out of gold. So if you can create value out of sand and make it valuable,
right?
People say that you can also make value out of digital cryptocurrency and make it valuable. So the question now is, would crypto replace gold against the dollar? Because since whatever happened in 1972 or 1970, when gold was no longer the standard for the dollar,
right?
Then the dollar has been weakening and weakening and weakening. Question is, would the dollar ever weaken to the point that you cannot use it and you need something else? That's why you continue to have gold, and now you have Bitcoin, digital currencies.
Right.
So it's just a matter of time. I'm not an elephant in the room.
This is the thing. Personally, I think that you need Bitcoin and Ethereum. Sorry, you need Bitcoin and the dollar to work together to keep the dollar superior, or at least to keep the value of the dollar, right? I think that both of these things kind of need to work hand in hand, because at the end of the day, you're still going to have to spend the dollar. You're still going to have to transact with the dollar in real life. But if you can take that value from, like let's say what I have going with BitPay, right?
Yeah.
I'm able to put my dollar into BitPay and spend the profits. I know the IRS is going to start looking at me right now, but yes, you see what I mean? Something like that.
Way. So if the feds are not scared of digital currency and they adopt it, then you have a way to preserve the dollar against any form of external factors that would devalue the dollar's currency.
Of course.
China, for example, right? Well, because if we continue to not produce materials and we keep importing everything,
right,
we have a problem as a country, because the value of the US currency is based on what services and products we provide to the rest of the world. And right now we're a bit too focused on services, and that's a problem.
Well, before we drift too far, let me bring you back, okay? Because that's a whole conversation for a whole different video. I want to talk about what's going on here. Elon versus the people, right? Elon made this tweet yesterday. Elon versus, well, when I say the people, I'm talking about the institution. I'm not talking about the general. Actually, I think it's versus the people, bro, because I'm losing money right now. As much as it's nice and cute to see Elon go against the people, I don't like losing money. Okay,
They want you to feel that way. They want to turn you against Elon. That is why they wrote this article this way.
I understand all of that. I'm not disagreeing with that. Right? What I'm saying is, this is a bunch of people were playing these games amongst themselves. We don't understand, because ultimately we're only speculating, right? Say, for example, he came out and he made this post on Twitter, right? And he says they're concerned about the rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions. Elon is a smart guy. We know that the tweet is not true. I know that he knows that this is not true, right? Because the rate at which right now, and this, Actually, when if
Have
it's
you
when
ever heard of what's called smoky mirrors, where you display something so that everybody focuses on that, whereas you're doing something else?
I understand it's smoky mirrors, but what I'm saying is my mission is also very important to me, right? And sometimes when these things happen, it is great, but yeah, I'm not too
I would
excited about it. I'm not excited about it. I'll put it that way. You know what
when
I
I
mean?
saw it when I saw the news, that
Yeah.
was like super like 12, 11 last night before this morning.
Yeah.
That was when the news came out. I'm not sure exactly. It was super late.
Of course.
Yesterday when it came out, and I was like, oh, this guy is being really smart because he has to protect himself as well. Because if anytime Elon talks and the crypto market goes up,
Yeah.
then the Fed can come after him and say it's pumping the stuff.
Well,
But
let me put it this way, man. I don't think that the Feds cannot come after him for pumping crypto. I mean, if you're doing this on the S&P in the stock market, yeah, it's a problem. Like it's manipulation, right?
yeah,
What this is no different from what the people he doesn't like are doing. It's no different from the fake articles that we see every day about the stock market.
I
You see
agree.
what I mean?
I agree.
I don't want them to start feeling like this is something that they should engage in, man. Because crypto is supposed to be something that is supposed to be pure. It's supposed to be lifting us to that next level, right? I get it, man. They've been shorting his stocks forever. It's not benefiting him, but I just cannot. I'm not excited about it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I feel like we all have our own mission, and our mission may not happen because someone wants to. They want to have an ego swinging fest. You know what I mean? But either way, I definitely see where you're coming from with that. I don't know. We'll see what happens next, right? We'll see what happens next.
Can I say something before you go to the next article?
Yes, go for it.
In every mission,
Yeah,
there is some leader pushing for that mission, right?
of course.
And you also might have your own little minute mission along the leader's mission.
Okay.
But sometimes the leader varies from that mission for a little bit. Your little mission does not impact the big mission, really. We just are pawn in the chess game right now. But your long-term goal is to move yourself up from a pawn to a bishop,
Of course.
maybe a queen. But then it takes time. So we're not trying to make it to that role tomorrow.
Of
So
course.
this here, it's a pain along the way, along the battle. Our job in this case is to calm everybody down and say there's something going on here that we don't know too much about. Hold your shares anywhere you have there, don't sell,
Of course.
and just eventually the goal still gets accomplished. Just let the battle settle a little bit. That's the way I see it.
That is good. That is good info. That's definitely good advice. Definitely do not sell, because it is a game. It is a game, and everything is gonna come back. That's for sure, right? It's gonna. What I'm just saying is that I cannot be excited about this. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I cannot be excited about it. So either way goes, I get it. It's a game, and hey, as I say this, I'm averaging down, right? Because here's the thing: you could look at this and you could say, well, if the issue truly, right? Because you gotta understand, you're looking at this and you're breaking it down on a different level because you're in the game. You've been seeing what is going on. Look at this from the perspective of someone who does not know what is going on. Look at it from I mean, even as much as we say we know what is going on, we don't really know what is going on because this is all this guy put up. This is what he's saying are his reasons. So really, everything we're saying is just speculation. Is it really what it is, or does he have a different agenda? Right? If this is the case here, someone could sit here and just make the argument that okay, well, if Elon is concerned about mining and the use of fossil fuels, this means that we need to switch over from a system where it is proof of work to a system where it's proof of stake, right? And that means now that Ethereum 2.0, which is no longer going to be proof of work, Ethereum 2.0 is going to be running up. Anything on Ethereum network is going to be running up, and Cardano and Bitcoin, right? All of these things do not use proof of work like Bitcoin. So instantly a bunch of people can. You remember when I told, was it yesterday? I was telling you that I think that most of the Ethereum holdings are institutional investors and
You
not.
said most of the
Sorry,
BTC holdings were
yeah,
institutional.
BTC is
Yeah.
institutional, and then Ethereum is more retail investors, right?
Did you just connect the dot now? Did you see how it got on back? Like, you want to F with my Tesla? Now
Well,
watch this. I'll get you guys back.
yeah, true. I mean, here's the thing. When he's first of all, I want to point out this is a job on Elon, man. I know one of the things he said is one of the things he said was that they're suspending purchasing
Exactly. He
of
never
Tesla
said.
cars with
He
Bitcoin,
never. He
right?
never said it stopped use of crypto. All he said was suspension, and people started freaking out.
Well,
You have to remember. I'll give you a good story. American Airlines. Remember, I told you about American Airlines dirt cheap, right?
mhm,
And then in the 20s, I sold it
yeah,
just because of all the noise. And then somebody from that was working with them said, "Oh, it's a bad company."
right.
And a few months later, that thing went up to $40, went up to $60.
Mm,
Some of this news is intentional. If you are strong, your job is to hold. If you're not strong and you just listen to any news out there, you sell, and then it comes out next day, and then you've missed the train.
well, here's the thing. I think that it's supposed to help with transferring some of the money to Ethereum, right? Because if Ethereum is not the same system that Bitcoin is using, right? So if Ethereum is Ethereum 2.0 is proof of stake, this means that more people are going to move in that direction, right?
Yeah.
But
Mo-
at
More
the same
people
time,
move.
wait, Kenny, I was going to jab at Elon Musk, man. They interrupted me. Let me finish the jab first, man. Hang
Don't
on,
jab him.
I want to
He's a
roll back.
guy.
I need to say it, man. No one was buying Tesla with Bitcoins in the first place, man. So no one cares if you suspend buying Tesla with Bitcoin. Is what I'm saying, bro. You made more profits in Bitcoin than you made selling cars the whole year, bro. This is what I had to
No.
just say, bro. So Tesla is a trading company. We know you were collecting profit. You said you were testing the liquidity of the system. You got into Bitcoin. You made more money for the year than you sold cars. Then you collected profits. Okay, call it what it is. Then now you're screwing over. I get it, man. You're screwing over institutional guys too. But guess what? I'm also losing. So I cannot be excited about this again, man. Can we move on to the next article, bro? I don't want to say something that's gonna get me in trouble. But let's move on to the next.
I got Elon here. Please stop shame, man.
Hey, listen, man.
You
Okay,
own them a Tesla.
Elon is a smart guy, but I'm not very happy with him right now, man. It's whatever it is. Okay. Elon got me heated, man. All right. You now you also found this one here, and I
Yeah.
agree with you on this one. It also ties into some of the things we're talking about, right? Inflation is coming up, and markets are totally going down right now. Tell us, why did you pick this one?
Well, I picked it because I believe that history repeats itself.
All right.
And historically, I think we were here during, we were both alive and growing up during the dot-com bubble. During before COVID, the last major disaster that we had was I think 9/11 or something. Before that, there was something else. I'm trying to remember.
The housing crash?
Yeah, the housing crash 2008.
Yeah.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Inflation tends to rise when the market starts recovering because now people are trying to spend more, and there actually didn't happen too much in the market because now there are less goods than people that want to buy. And basic economics is you have to increase prices to catch up for the catch up for the demand. This whole supply demand, all that good stuff. I love economics. A+ students. Anyway, long story short, we need to just chill for a little bit to figure out if supply is going to catch up to demand. But right now there's way more demand than supply, and as a service provider you have to increase the prices. And of course, I'm sure you've noticed the increases of prices, right? And of course now this whole issue with the old gas pipeline, well, they've settled the case. They've paid a couple of $1 million, I think $5 million to settle the case, whatever that is.
Okay.
So the gas lines are going to get back to flowing. Hopefully the demands, catch up with the supply catches up to demand, and then maybe inflation will go back down.
Right.
Maybe, I hope so. Hopefully they don't throw something else at it.
At some point,
but
I
right now
mean-
I just think it's a lot of noise. Just people just freaking out. We have to be patient.
Well, speaking of spending and kind of countering this inflation, right? It kind of ties into the next article which you put because I think it's interesting. I think both of this article and the next one are kind of connected, right? Um, so we have credit card companies, right, planning to issue credit cards to people with no credit, right? So essentially, they're just going to lower the bar all the way down to the floor. Why would they do that? Is that part of the deflation, I guess, solution, if you will?
Putting more money in the market doesn't create deflation. It
Well,
decreases inflation.
well. So when you put
Biden just got
by creating, so what is the point of this? So that's what I'm asking. Then, what is the point of this program then? Why would they give credit cards to people um, that
this.
may
This
not
is
be
my
able to pay them
analysis.
back?
This
Yeah.
is my market analysis, right?
Okay.
If you make more money available to the market, you automatically make more money. Remember, I told you that during inflations, businesses make more money.
Okay.
This is one of those situations where I make more money available to people with higher interest rates, right? So they've gotten all this PPP money, they have money sitting around, it needs to get spent, right? So get that money active
Okay.
is their role. So the money gets active, they make money through revenues, like no man's business, right? Puts more money in the market, increases demand, actually, because you have more money for people to buy stuff. At least people that are not educated about uses of credit cards and so on and so forth.
So
And then,
my question to you is, if you essentially hand out money to a bunch of people through credit cards,
yep,
and now you're handing out this money to people that they claim are likely not to be able to pay it back because their credit is low and things like that,
yep.
how is that helping the situation?
It's not up in the situation. That's why I say I think the current government have a lot in their hands to deal with, right? Because I just think that if you were wise, you have to be careful about if we're going to have a real economic crash.
Yeah.
Because if we have more debt, people can pay off the debts, then we'll have a repeat of 2007, 2008 when the big banks started going down because they could not make up for um, you want to say that it started in the real estate industries, but it's actually started with the big banks,
Right.
making up all these fake assets, and credit card could be a big one, just like student loans and all that stuff could be an issue. If people can't pay it, people start getting foreclosed on, or they start coming after people for their assets, and then it creates a bigger issue. But I could say that they might also be trying to push back against everybody putting their money into crypto as well, because there are all these crypto assets that are also offering credit cards that actually have better interests and
Absolutely.
better access than they do. So
I
they
would
might see the competition coming and they're also fighting back.
I would take that into consideration if we're looking at things from a crypto if we're kind of looking at the crypto facing side of things. There are people right now who all they just need to do is put down some collateral of their cryptocurrency and they're able to get loans that are better. That's DeFi, right? Decentralized finance. It could come across as an attempt to fight that, because I know banks are fighting that for sure. Banks realize the threat behind that, right? It is what it is. It I'm just gonna play, I guess, an angel here, right? Let's say if maybe they're looking at it. Do you think maybe they're looking at it like, hey, we're coming out of a tough time. People are having a hard time kind of getting back on their feet. This is something that is supposed to help people kind of get back on their feet or have some money while they rebuild, as the economy rebuilds itself.
These guys are not in the business of helping people. They're in
Even
the business of making money.
exactly. So
So it's not the old
it's
mindset.
it's a sketchy situation.
Nah, credit cards don't help people. Credit cards make money. That's their job.
It's definitely a sketchy situation. I'll leave it at that, because I will not take that credit card. I'll say that much. Interest rates will probably be garbage.
Yep.
All right. So I was gonna do this article, but I don't think after the first article we did. I don't think you know. But I will say this about this article. There is a bunch of articles right now, Bloomberg, CNBC, and other stuff that are keep flying the Elon situation, right? And they're saying Elon is pulling out of Bitcoin because he believes that it's not, there's a lot of
We all know the truth.
fossil
Truth.
fuel consumption. I know, but I'm just saying so people who don't know. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, so there's a lot of consumption, but the reality is, over 75% of Bitcoin mining currently is actually from renewable energy,
Yes,
right? Not
sir.
fossil fuels. So about
Yep.
35% that is fossil fuels. And it's interesting
Sir.
because even on one of the Bloomberg articles that I read, they actually said about 38% is fossil fuels. And I'm like, well, it's right there, but why are you wording it like it's a bad thing? And it's becoming less and less, like, and because there are companies much like Argo that are
Mm-hmm.
continuously looking for better ways to mine Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
is what it is. I would say, and this is something that Michael Saylor pointed out as well.
Remember, that was an article that we read as well, that China's actually making an aggressive move to make sure that all their Bitcoin
Yeah,
mining is also done
yeah,
through
yeah.
renewable energy as well.
So are a lot of countries, but no one is pointing that out. I guess Elon is using it for his benefit in this case, but
He's using it as a smoking mirror.
yeah. But I just want people to be informed that cryptocurrency, they're actually making efforts. I know it was not always clean energy, but there are efforts being made to make sure that crypto is cleaner in the future. You know what I mean?
We all know that it doesn't happen in one day, right?
It
So
doesn't
it
happen
takes
in
time.
one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, and this is more reasons to just let people know, like, there's no need to be selling your crypto, especially in situations like this. And I was saying, Michael Saylor pointed out, Vegas consumes more energy than the entire crypto mining network combined. So maybe we should also shut down Vegas if that's the case, for anyone who believes it. Um, this one here, let me explain to you guys what is happening. We have, as you guys know, I'm extremely bullish on Shiba Inu.
Shiba.
When Shiba was created, the developers who created Shiba, they sent over 50% of the tokens to Vitalik Buterin's wallet, right? Vitalik Buterin is the guy who created Ethereum. I think he's the youngest billionaire right now. He's I think he's 27 years old.
Yeah.
No, it was just him, dude. He found this thing when he was like 19, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But either way, he got rid of the SHIB. He got rid of the Shiba. He was like, no, I don't want the coins. So he donated it to a good cause. He donated it to a charity in India fighting against COVID. So I thought that was pretty cool. However, this kind of
I find it interesting that India themselves say that they don't want Bitcoin, or they don't want any digital currency, but they would accept it to help save them.
hey man, there's
Maybe
hypocrites
this will
all
allow
over
them to change their mind, huh?
well, there's hypocrites all over the place right now. I mean, there are governments that don't have a good handle of this thing, and same with the U.S. government, man. And crypto is just whooping everyone's ass right now, and they're trying to figure it out. So until they figure it out, man, things will just keep moving, right? But anyway, he got rid of the coins. That caused a slip, a drop, and a slide in Shiba Inu.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You should be asleep.
Yeah,
Drop.
man. It slipped, dropped, and slide. You know what I mean? Thankfully, it didn't plunge, because then it would have been all dead, right? But yeah, yeah, Shiba pulled back significantly, and I think it's interesting how that actually happened, because remember we did some scribble analysis on that. Yes, actually, we can actually jump into it right now, because that's the next thing we're going to be doing. This is Shiba. Okay, and yesterday when we did our scribble analysis, welcome to scribble analysis, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know what this is when we use scribble, where we draw on the chart, predicting the direction of the candles, and we're doing decent. It looks like we're guessing, but we're doing decent. Anyway, Shiba was hanging up somewhere. We'll just do it visually here, because those numbers are like weird. I don't want to read them. But it was hanging out somewhere here, and I put this support level here, saying that I think it's going to pull back, and worst case scenario, it would hang out around that line. Well, if everything was going as planned, I think it would have pulled back. It would have not hit that line there. The worst case scenario happened, which I didn't even know what the worst case scenario was, but that worst case scenario was Vitalik essentially donating all the Shiba that was given to him to a
It was a
charity.
double attack actually. Vitali and Ellen, those two news got it to
Yes,
go below support.
yeah, both of them kind of kind of hit it at the same time. So it pulled back, but as you see, it instantly came back above the line,
Yo,
and it is sitting above the line, right? It is finding some sort of support
the support that you mentioned is right there.
above the line, and there's an entry signal on the 2 hour. Okay, Kenny,
Yo, you're good, man.
listen, man. I know it looks like I'm guessing, but like I always say, man, the more you think I'm guessing, the better for me, right?
I don't think you're guessing. I just remember I said
Right?
that you gotta use your fibs. I need
No,
no data.
I'm just saying
And
for
you see
people.
that red line right there, right?
Absolutely.
Did go towards that support as well.
Exactly, but here's the thing. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that you think I'm guessing. I know you know that I'm not guessing because you do the
Of
same thing
course
too.
not.
But I'm just saying for what it was, right, and how we were able to like draw these charts into the future and include. Dude, you gotta understand. People look at a chart and they're like, okay, it's gonna run up. Okay, I'm looking at a chart and I'm telling you, it's gonna move down. It's gonna move up. And then it's gonna, it's gonna go sideways here and there. Wait till we get to Ethereum. That one is just perfection, right? Exactly. But yeah. So we're fighting support there, and we have an entry right now. A lot of people don't think this is gonna run. Listen, I'm buying more Shiba. Okay, when am I getting more money? I need to buy more Shiba. I would buy more right now. Buy more Shiba, right? So hey, what do you think of it?
Hey, it's good when your technical analysis comes together.
Hey, feels great. Feels great.
So, great
I
job
love
on
it.
that.
Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Let's wait for the people and everything. So let's look at Bitcoin. We did a scribble analysis on this as well yesterday. And I would like to point out, I would like to bring your attention to the scribble, the squiggly line, some will refer to it here. When we looked at it yesterday, it was sitting around that level there, somewhere around 55.
Yeah.
And we kind of look at it and we're like, hey, we think this is going to move down. You see, we had a support line there, and we're like, we think this is going to come
This
down.
was
To
way before the news, too, by the way.
This was way before the news, dude. Way before the news. We didn't even see it coming. And so it's hanging out on the line there. We said it was going to go sideways on the line for a little while. Then it's going to start moving up. Now, it was moving in the direction which we called it. Then Elon happened.
The line. Yeah.
Right. Well, when Elon happened, that whole candle there is Elon, right?
Yep.
But then it fell and it held around that area. And I think it's just caused this to be a different situation now, because I think the scribble analysis has to change. Because I think this is going to fall even further. Right? As you can see, there's really an exit signal showing there.
Do a 2 hour real quick. Let's compare the
2 hour.
daily to the
Let's
2
see.
hour. It's gonna go sideways. I think that chart is still okay.
You think it's going to go sideways?
I mean, it's below our support,
Yeah.
but it's at the 1.618 Fibonacci extension.
Of course.
That's a pretty strong one. It's
Okay.
below 1. So if it crosses that, then something bad is going on with BTC. So it's gonna stay between 4,800 and 5,100 for a while, because now that support is a major resistance, because that's across that now. So
Okay.
yeah, that's where the problem now lays.
Would you like for us to scribble it out here? Because I have
Sure.
actually my outlook, my look on this is my take on this is much different. Okay.
Much
So
different.
let's whip over to the 1 day chart, right? I'm gonna whip out the. Let's see, what are we gonna use? We're gonna use the brush, right? Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I don't see the 168 on this one.
Oh, hang on. Let me stretch that here. Actually, let's bring it back to the 2 hour. I guess that would
Yeah,
be better.
let me draw it in 2 hours. It will go back when it expands.
Perfect. Okay, so we have the brush. You're up, sir.
So I believe it's gonna go up.
Okay.
Up. Maybe come back to this line here.
Okay.
Then do a little bit sideways before we have a up.
Okay. Well, I see what you're saying there. Now, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
This is what I think is gonna happen. I'm gonna roll back to the daily chart, right?
Oh,
So, yeah, that is a good one. Where's your dagger? Let's go back to the 2 hour chart. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, so now we have to look at your diagram on the 2 hour chart.
Okay.
You know what I mean, so we'll keep your diagram on the 2 hour chart, and I'm gonna pull mine up here on the one on the daily chart. This is what I think is going to happen. Oh, that's your diagram there, believe it or not. Pretty tiny. But here's what I think will happen. I'm gonna go with the
brush change, then you change the color.
Brush.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go from here, right? Mind you, remember the daily chart tends to be dominant, right? So in this case, I think we're going to go from here. We're going to do a little bit of sideways action, no problem, just because that 2 hour chart is doing whatever it's doing right now. And then it's going to fall. Okay, there might possibly be like another sideways situation here. Where are we there? 49. But I think this is coming down. Hang on. What is this? 43 maybe, somewhere there. Okay, 43. So I think this is gonna then go ahead and move further down in this direction here. We're gonna come somewhere down to about 43 here, and then maybe zigzag before we start going up, right? And that's gonna be over a period of time. So we're looking at it essentially a parabolic situation here. Okay, so we're coming down. Let me move this support line down a little bit. We're coming down to this. Is that even moving it? That's not it. Hang on. I'm just gonna delete that line. That way it's not confusing. Well, we'll delete the line later. Geez, trading view. You could make things easier. Okay, hang on. Let me where's the horizontal line?
Do you see 2 bottom forming?
A double bottom?
Yeah, double bottom forming.
Horizontal line is right in my face. I'm not seeing it.
You see a double bottom. Yeah.
I do. I see a double bottom forming for sure.
I see. What happens after the double bottom?
Yeah, after a double bottom, you're supposed to be going up. But I want to point out that we're looking at crypto again, not stocks. So crypto tends to violate this thing sometimes. Now, this is 1, 2, 3. This is supposed to go up from here, right? If you count that there.
Oh, triple bottom could mean a downward trend, a major downward trend.
Oh, then I think there's another bottom coming up then. Right, so you can count it as 1, 2, and another one is going to happen, which is probably going to be that.
No, if you want to count the one that happened, here,
right?
Then that this is not around. This is around the same area.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3. That could be a downward trend.
Okay, but now check this out. If you had a double, let's say before this, if you're not looking at this, right? Do not look at this part here. From over here,
don't
just ignore
back. You're supposed to always look back.
Yes, but now we're forward, so we're looking backwards. But I want to point out something about the double bottom, which you said, right? You could have said there's a double bottom forming here, and that you're saying that it's going to go up. It was supposed to go up, but then Elon happened. First of all, it did not happen like it should have. Then Elon happened. So right away, this is like already violating a pattern that should have happened. Bitcoin is supposed to be running up right now. Based on the analysis before now, Bitcoin is supposed to be running up. You see the TTM here? Right here.
Yeah, something's is gonna come down.
And there's an entry signal right there. You see it?
Yep.
It's supposed to have been running up already. But that did not happen. And now we're here. So this is already like violating what was supposed to happen. This is why I think there's a lot of weakness. Then, of course, Elon happened. And I think there's going to be some more weakness for a little while.
Yeah, but a little while, because historically, if you look at the MACDs and the TTMs,
right,
which you don't have on here, it doesn't stay down too long.
It might not. It might not stay down for too long. But I think it's going to make it down here to 45 before it moves up. Now that could be in the next hour, depending on what happens, or that could be tomorrow or over the weekend. But it is gonna make it down here. You see what I mean? That's what I think is gonna happen with it. So I'm gonna put that in. What color do I want to use this time? Yeah, we'll use, is that orange or red? Whatever that color is.
Whatever the color is.
Man, did you have crayons back when you were in elementary school?
I love them things, man.
Man, crayons were fire, bro. Yes, dude, crayons were
memory.
Crayons were fire, man. Hey, I might need to get me a crayon or two, man, and maybe buy me a coloring book, man. Call it advanced. What would you call it? Advanced. Yeah, I don't have it. I'll finish that one when I remember the joke. All right, let's move on to Ethereum. Man, listen, man. I love the way this is moving. So, my prediction, I said this thing was going to run up, pull back, go for another run up, and then we're going to be moving down seriously. And ever since I did that scribble analysis there, the thing has moved up. It wasn't exactly much of a pullback, but it held for a while. Then it moved up again. I also said it was going to come up to this line here, and it touched that line barely, but it's just almost there. It cannot be it cannot be 100%, right? I cannot give you exact numbers, but I can give you the general area. Touched it for a bit, and now it's pulling back. If you look at the TTM and it's looking weak, this means we're going to be moving down some more. I mean, could I have made that any better?
Well, I mean, we spent a lot of time learning all these movements last year as
This
well.
is true.
So
This is true.
So people might think that you're guessing, but this
Hey,
is
man,
like several
I'm just
hours
happy.
and hours of candles.
I'm just happy that
This
it's.
looks so easy.
I'm just happy
And,
that it's working. It's working. It's
She's
working.
not just running his mouth. This is a lot of hours of studying candles.
Hey, dude, I've looked at so many candles and my eyeballs are almost falling out, man. But hey, look at that, man. It's coming to fruition. We're doing something with it. The other thing I want to talk about. This is actually going to be my pick for today. Yeah, is Cardano. Looking at the charts on Cardano here on Spider. Do I have that listed in here? Boom, there it is. We can see that we're getting some pretty bullish signals here, right? We have that breakout signal here, right? So when we have the green circle, that is usually a signal for a breakout coming up, as well as on the 2-hour chart. So we're getting this 1-2 up, right? This signals were created by a guy in Chicago, and apparently they call this the Chicago or something like that. So you're getting the 1-2 up, you're getting the 1-3. These are all bullish signals saying that, hey, this thing's about to move up. Now, just based on candles and technical analysis, scribble analysis, right, we can see that we're seeing some very bullish patterns on the candles.
Those 1-2 downs, 1-2 down, 2 up. Those are like, okay, we're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Exactly.
We have that doji candle right here, right?
Exactly. Now here's the thing: you do also have a broadening reversal showing up here from the downside. That's the 1-2 down, 2 up. That tends to also send things up.
Yep.
I know there was a 1-2 down there, but I think that's gonna be. So it might move back a little bit in the short term, but I think Cardano is about to rip, man. I think it's time. I think it's at least $5, I would say. So, and this could be as soon as this weekend. So I am going to get more of this for sure, because that's how bullish I am. I believe that this is about to definitely make that run. What do you think?
Yeah. The charts are coming along well.
Right.
It's gonna face that strong resistance at that 205 range over there at the 1.618. It might go sideways over there for a little bit, and it might just come at it and just cross it. Yeah.
Up here at the top. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if looking at our scribble analysis on this, we kind of did some drawings there. We said it's going to be moving up.
Yep.
So far, it's it's holding above those lines, and we'll see what happens from there. So, hey man, not financial advice, but if you don't have Cardano, I don't think it's a bad idea to have it. So there is that, right? So let's see, what else do we have? We already went over Shiba. Do you have any picks today?
Well,
or anything?
I will say the meme stocks are back.
Oh yes, you did mention that.
Remember, we're holding.
What do we have? We have AMC, don't we?
You're still holding to that, baby.
Oh lord, lordy, that looks nice. Oh, a squeeze is happening in it.
Yep.
Yeah, that is. We've been holding on to this thing for a while. There was still a lot of short interest going on there. I'm guessing some more contracts expired.
Yeah.
Let's see, AMC. Oh, dude, that looks beautiful, and it's just getting started on now.
It looks like it's just getting started. It looks strong, so yeah. I'm still not selling.
Oh, look at all those continuous signals there. Whenever this happens, you know it's about to go down. When you're getting so many bullish signals to the upside.
Yeah.
This is what we had on GameStop as well, right? Is GameStop also in the mix?
Well, we got out of GameStop. We don't have any GameStop stocks.
Jeez, dude, that is a lot of resistance.
Or contracts. Yeah, but it's still red. Yeah.
Now,
but remember, I was saying 150, 147 was a good time to buy.
Exactly.
But I just didn't buy it. But yeah.
We'll just watch it, man. It'll be fun to watch. Look at this. We have a breakout signal there. What is going to happen, right? So I guess
it's a breakout signal inside a very strong resistance.
Hey,
so
listen, man. If all those contracts decide to expire, it's going to be good. That resistance will be suddenly gone. So, but hey, let's see what it does, man. We have a breakout signal there. The thing is already, moving up inside the resistance. So we'll see what happens next, and the nice little 1-2 up there. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. It's not overbought yet on the daily. TTM
the TTMs and the MACDs are not consistent, so you can't rely too much on the flow.
True.
It acts like it's about to, then it fails.
Yeah, but it does not have a steady flow at this point either. It's just it's a squeeze. It's a squeeze going on. So it's really. Was there another one?
EXPR, BlackBerry. I know we had the XPR as well, but the XPR is just flat right now.
Bro, EXPR was one of those ones when I already told you about this. Made some money on it, then got right back in it and lost all of the money. Yeah, experiences. It's a beautiful thing. EXPR looks, it does not look as exciting as GameStop, but
no,
it's definitely
or AMC.
Yeah, that's just gonna be hanging out for sure. Yeah. Now, one of the ones that we picked recently as well, looking at stuff that we recently picked, American Airlines.
Yeah,
that's still going sideways.
Yeah.
Right. I believe you also had 3D.
Yeah.
Nice entry signal there. I like that. What is it looking like on? Hey, it's hanging out.
It's hanging out right now.
Still sideways. Yeah. So
football TV as well.
Oh, dude, did that move up?
It's hanging out still.
Hanging out sideways. I'm not really expecting this to move up aggressively, especially considering that right now the market is just absolutely tanking.
Yeah.
But I would definitely look for lower entry points to get a really good price. This way, when things start moving in the positive direction, there's a lot of gains to be made. So let's see, Hertz, HRT. Is Hertz?
HTZ GQ HTZ.
Oh, we still didn't get into that one, did we?
This freaking watch list. It was at $5 when we talked about it, right?
Oh man, we looked at it yesterday. I think it was less than where it is right now, man. It definitely moved up some more. What is today?
I just don't want to chase it.
No, we don't need to chase it, man. No, absolutely, there is no need to do that. That was on the 13th. Yeah, I think it's moved up some more. Oh man, we saw this from a mile away, and we missed it. But that is part of the game, man. It is what it is. All right, awesome. Well, any closing thoughts?
I would just say if you're out there freaking out about the markets, just chill, man. Hold on to your stocks.
Right.
If your option chains are killing you, hey, it's part of the game. The goal of the institutional investor right now is to chew out all the retail investors and get back to ruling the markets like they've always done.
Absolutely.
So
Not
do
us.
not let that happen. We're not part of that.
Not this time
What you
around.
call them weekends. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
We might not have the billions, but we have our little pennies will make some little impacts. It's all about strategy and timing.
We're gonna walk right into them billions, man. I'm not even contemplating that one. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is all we have, man. Elon Musk needs to take a chill pill. Have a good night. Check out.
Double O out.